Yes, hey everyone, this is Ismail, yet again from the rest of us, and it's another episode of the rest of us podcast. And today we are diving into entertainment, the entertainment industry, and a lot more. I have my special guests here, and I have a special guest for you here. Expect Xavi, a top musician in the country right now, and I also have my panelist here, Mr. Wycliffe. And yes, we shall start with Mr. Wycliffe, and later on, I'll bring you a special guest.
Yeah, hey everyone. My name is Musmenta Wycliffe, panelist on the Rest of Us podcast. Today we are diving into entertainment industry and we get you a youth artist. He's Expect Xavi and he's going to be telling us more about entertainment and it is a good time for us all because I know you all out there you are fans to the music of him and music that is good and encouraging. So expect Xavi, we
Yeah.
welcome you today to the
Thank you
rest
for
of
having
us.
me.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you for having me.
so you're welcome, sir, to
Thank
the
you for
to
having
the
me.
show. For starters, Xavi, someone watching you out there would want
Yeah.
to know who is Expect Xavi, which
Yeah.
kind of music do you like bring out, what's your kind of genre and all that. The floor is yours, sir.
Expect Xavi, as they've said.
Yes.
I'm a singer songwriter, and my real name is Biaga Castin Praise, and I just do music. I don't think boxing yourself in a genre is actually good for you as an artist.
Okay. Yeah.
So, which kind of music is
Yeah.
that you do? Because I
Yes.
see you trying to do some kind of Afro pop and
Yeah.
another. Get someone
Yeah.
out there would want to know Xavi Imbachi.
It depends.
Yes.
It depends on
Mm.
the vibe, but I think the songs that are out there so far, there is Afro pop, there is R&B,
Mm.
there's a little bit of dancehall out there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there's literally every genre. I think I've tapped into each as I kept on doing the music. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and then Xavi, I would like to ask you a key question since we
yeah,
are on social media.
yeah,
I'd like to ask you how do you think social media is influencing music today
yeah.
compared to the past? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a very good question because I think right now very many artists are depending on social media
Mm.
so that they can put you know themselves out there.
Mm.
Yeah, because social media helped me. I think it depends on the way you use your social media
Mm.
because some everyone is doing a little bit of everything
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
lot going on in social media, so
Yeah. Yeah.
you should be intentional with it. And
Yeah.
once the spotlight gets to you, I think it's very important to be consistent
Okay.
when you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
That's
still
good.
on that point of social
yeah,
media, Xavi, I would like to ask you, do you think we as Ugandans
yeah,
or as the entertainment industry in Uganda, basically the music industry,
yeah,
do you think our artists, you inclusive,
yeah,
do we well understand the art of music distribution and streaming,
yeah.
or we are still not yet there? We are still
Mm.
up to the
Yes.
concerts and having sold out concerts and
Mm.
all that. What do you have to say about that?
There are a lot of classes going on, about music distribution, teaching people the online,
Mm. Mm.
stuff.
Mm.
I feel like there's a good number of artists that understand, but there's also a good number of artists that don't. Then there's a number that just, they're already doing their thing, so they care less. They're getting
Yes.
the money already. But I think
Yes.
it's important because we work with different artists,
Yes.
and by the time you approach a different artist, there is a way they want to do their things. So when they bring in the issue of split sheets and what, and you feel like you don't understand what they're saying, it may hinder some songs to come
Okay.
out. You
Okay.
understand?
Yeah.
But
Mm.
with knowledge like that, I think it's very important for each and every other artist to know. So the question is, do they know? I think there is a good number of artists that do know
Okay.
about the online stuff.
So to me, Xavier, I've
Yeah,
always looked at music, and I don't know if my perspective about the languages. Do you think
yeah,
language? Let's say someone is singing Luganda,
yeah,
say Runyankore. We have seen the ranges. Do you
yeah.
think language means a lot on selling the music, or it is about the beats and that all?
It's a bit of a yes and no answer
Mm,
because there are very many songs we consume in the country
mm,
that have a very different language that we
mm,
don't speak,
mm.
and people can sing them from A to Z.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
before we grew up in the era whereby the Lingala
yeah,
songs came from across borders and they used to hit out here. So, meaning it cannot only rhyme with because people know the language or
yeah.
not. Eh? Yeah.
It
Yeah,
depends
still.
though.
Mm.
I feel like it depends, you
Mm.
know.
Okay.
Some people, there is luck in the music.
Yes.
Yeah, some people get lucky and the songs do what they do.
Mm.
But then we have to understand the thing with languages. There
Mm.
are some languages that are known to many,
Mm.
you know.
Oh.
I feel like Luganda is a very good, it's a good language. When you sing
Mm.
it well, it sounds nice and stuff.
Okay.
That's why
But
I
it's,
bring to you,
you know,
that
yeah,
kind of question of, do you think we have done a lot, or
yeah,
how do you rate the Ugandan industry as far as tapping into the international market?
yeah,
Because we have this debate of should we only sing English for us to be understood by the
yeah,
international market
International.
globally?
Yeah.
But now we have an example of an
Mm.
artist who is currently singing. I think you
English.
kind of do the same thing. You
yeah,
blend Uganda
mm,
and
And yeah.
English. You
yeah.
get.
Yes.
So should we stick to singing English,
To
or it's
make it
kind of a blend, like
internationally,
the
actually.
international
if you
kind of tapping?
if you
Mm.
can do both,
Mm.
it's good,
Mm,
Mm.
because I feel like you need to be intentional with the way you do your things.
Mm.
yes.
You're keeping the mother tongue, is that is basically showing
Yes.
I have where I belong.
Okay.
Then the English is,
Mm.
the person picks. You see, we see the Nigerians, they have their English they sing in their
Yeah.
songs, and
Yeah. Yeah.
a white person can vibe to it. So I think,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, then there is a question I've always wanted to ask. Eh?
yeah,
Today, as young people, when you look at the celebrities, you look at the social media and the parents,
yeah,
Yes.
do you think who has more influence on us as the young people? Is it social media? Is it our parents back then? All it is the
yeah.
celebrities today.
Not gonna lie,
Mm,
I'm going to speak from a point of view that is mine.
mm,
Like, for a person that has grown up in boarding school,
mm,
like all my life, I
mm.
feel like our parents really don't know us.
Yes.
You
Mm,
know, they don't really know us because coming back home for 2 weeks, 1 week,
mm,
we spend most of our time at school.
yeah.
I don't think our parents know us, but like the influence thing, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, but right now we shall say, celebrities and social media
Yeah.
influence a lot
Mm.
because people are literally on their phones
On their
24/7.
phones, looking
So
out for their
yeah.
celebrities on social
Yeah,
Still
media
on
and
that
and
it's
that.
point
literally the
of,
same thing that
Mm.
we're taught in school. Garbage in, garbage out.
Yes.
Yeah, so what you
Yeah.
take in is what you get
still on
out
that
from
point
it.
of parents and
Yeah,
influence, that's why I also asked this question of, was it easier for you to reach out to your parents and
yeah,
tell them, you know what, I've studied this, but
yeah,
I want to take this
Yeah.
career. This is my path.
Yes.
Were they okay
yeah,
with it? Were
Mm.
they welcoming to the whole
yeah,
idea, or
yeah.
it was some kind of hassle?
Have you heard that phrase of you need to disappoint your parents early?
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
basically what I did.
Mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you disappoint, I'm not saying you're supposed to disappoint your
Mm.
parents, but
Mm.
if you can,
Mm.
you can try. Because
Ah.
when the buy is low, they don't really expect a lot from you because the buy is already low.
Mm.
Yeah,
Is
but
it?
for me, I didn't tell my parents that I wanted to sing. It
Mm.
was because I always did singing,
Mm.
in
Yes.
school. What
Yes.
I participated in everything, but
And
I
mm.
reached the time and I felt like I have to do more.
Mm.
Yeah, so I just did it, and they found out.
Yeah, and then for the field you are in, the entertainment industry,
Yeah,
Xavi, you think, is it the fame that you need as an artist, or it goes with the talent
yeah.
to make it so to the heights?
That question. First, repeat that
Like,
question.
I was like, today,
Yeah,
we see some artists, regardless of posing and producing music,
yeah.
they might look at keeping themselves famous, keeping themselves known in the people.
Mm.
Do you think, is it fame that keeps you up as an artist, or it has to be with the talent that you
Mm.
have to make it because of talent, or it is the fame?
So
Mm,
let me break this down.
mm,
Like in the music, besides doing music, there's something called the music business,
mm,
Yeah.
and in the music business, there's something called showbiz.
mm,
So yes, you can have the talent,
mm.
but show business is very important in the music industry
Oh,
because it's what keeps people looking at you.
yes.
You know, let me say, let's talk of an artist like Fik Maker. He
Mm.
took us, everyone in high school wanted to be like Fik.
Yes.
The dress
He kept
code,
dress code,
everything.
Oh,
the things
yes.
he's doing. So like it's beyond talent, yes. There
Yeah.
are very many talented artists out there and no
Mm.
one knows them.
Mm.
But like what makes you stand out?
Okay.
Yeah.
So meaning in the industry of entertainment, it needs one to always try your best. You people who are looking up to be like him, you have to try your best to adapt fame with talent. You can have talent, but without fame, it may let you down.
I think it's talent
Yes,
that brings the fame.
yes.
But then keeping the fame is,
Keeping the fame is
you know,
challenge.
yeah, yeah, it's the
Yeah.
challenging part because
Yes.
everyone gets that.
So talking
Mm.
still about fame,
Mm.
how has fame
Oh,
affected
so
you
by the way,
personally?
there's a thin line between fame and being popular.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, they're two different things.
Okay,
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
So are you famous? Are you popular?
Let's wait and see.
Now.
Okay, still, I wanted to ask you, like,
Yeah,
how has okay the popularity and
yeah,
fame affected your kind of relationship with
Mm.
friends, family, and all that?
Mm.
yeah.
Have there been some changes that you've
Mm.
experienced, and
Mm.
how have you handled that?
I
Mm.
think the only change I have is, people calling me Xhavi. They
Yes.
no longer call me by my real name.
Oh.
Your numbers
Yeah.
did change.
No, no, because I've had the same friends since high school.
Yes.
Yeah, like my shout out to Dope Swift, man. I've had the same friends since high school, and like when I'm with them, it's like the
Yeah.
same thing. Like we're
Yes.
literally back in high school whenever we meet.
Mm.
Yeah,
And then Xavi, I understand you have a journey. You have moved as a musician. Eh?
yeah,
Could you feel or could you share with us the challenges that you might have faced when you were growing to this talent?
yeah.
Yeah.
One is, when people like when your parents don't know what you're doing, you
Mm.
have to sneak a lot.
Mm.
So that's, you know.
Mm.
The other thing, I also started doing music around COVID.
Mm.
So, like movement.
Mm.
Basically, it was I didn't really face a lot because like I met the people I'm working with right now. Shout out to Memory Records.
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
I met them immediately I finished school,
Mm.
and it's been a journey since now.
Okay.
Are very amazing guys.
Mm.
And we also know school is education is something key to success and all
Yeah,
that. Xavi, besides music,
yeah,
if it wasn't for music, what would your career path be? Your profession wise,
yeah.
who is Xavi
Profession wise,
apart from music?
man, I don't think I can see myself doing anything besides music right now.
Mm. Mm.
But in school, you know, this guy is my OB. I don't want to talk like, he doesn't know that I was a bright kid.
Yes. uh,
But um,
mm.
I always wanted to do architecture.
Mm.
And, when I went to Form 5,
Mm.
I did, you know, I did math, economics, and art.
Mm.
I thought it would help me to that. But then the music thing came in, I was like, okay, yes, I've done this, but, you know, stuff like that. But yeah,
For,
yeah, definitely
mm.
architecture. Yeah.
Okay. Following Ismail's question about that, I would like to ask Xavi today that according to the career of music, do you think it pays like off? Someone can really earn without any other thing they're engaging in.
You can, but like not at the very start,
Mm.
because you need to be patient.
Mm.
You need to be patient. If you're lucky enough and you get, people to help you,
Mm.
it can ease your music journey, whereby like you'll have to focus on the music,
Mm.
and they're facilitating you in, in one way or another.
Mm.
But I feel like for an independent artist coming up, have a little bit of something that you're doing on the side.
Mm.
Otherwise, you run mad.
Okay.
Yes, still
Mm.
about patience. For those young artists out
Yeah.
there that want to come out and be like you,
Mm.
what do you have to? How patient should they be, like to make the breakthroughs, to get the trends, to get to where you are? For example, how patient should they be,
Very
and what does it
patient,
take?
man. Very patient.
Yes,
Like
you can take us through your
when they
slight
say,
story of
like when the man
what it
them,
took you.
when the man them said patience pains.
It was really
It was
meaning.
really true, bro. Like you need to be patient to a point
Mm.
whereby like it hurts you. You wake
Now,
up in the morning, you're like,
mm,
why not me,
the
bro?
patient that is not
Yeah,
predicted how
yeah.
long and
Because
yeah.
breaking through just happens. It's not.
Yes.
I don't know, but I don't think it's something that you can plan and say, in a week I want to do this and I'll blow up. Because
Yeah.
we know very many people that use